Hi there. Welcome to Healthy Accord. On this platform, I speak on spiritual topics so that one can heal thyself according to the rules, regulations, agreements that exist in nature, that exist around us and within us, and of course, of the cosmos. I love that this journey has brought me into this place where I found a helpful, life changing information, and this information is the lunar wisdom. The lunar wisdom has been and continues to be supportive to my human journey, and has I've been practicing such for 2+ years, going on 3. I said human journey and I heard my guards and guardians. So perhaps the correction should be as it applies to this journey, because my human journey also applies to maybe my spirit journey. So as it applies to this journey, of partnering with spirit, listening to our ancestors, that for me is one of the agreements, partnership, relationship I wish society, important people in society, had informed us about. Things did not have to be as struggling as it was in the past for me. And when I speak about the rules, regulations, accords, and agreements, well, what I'm speaking on has to do with the lunar wisdom. That insight that came to me came via the lunar wisdom. I had no idea that there are cosmic powers that be, natural law that be, that, well, supersedes man-made law. So here we are going about our regular day of the month. As I'm recording this video, it is the 30th of the month. So some people are looking forward to jumping into the next month, not realizing that, well, whether you're beginning a new month or whatever, the true laws that governs your day-to-day stuff comes from the powers that be, comes from nature law, cosmic law, and other supernatural laws that just are. So years ago, when I stumbled upon this information, at first I was hesitant and skeptical and was like, what is this? They're literally so technical and this is sounding too serious. So however I was there in my attitude about that, I read the details full on, and such details are available to you in the description of this video. Do go and check it out and see for yourself what I'm speaking about. When I was skeptical, I did pay attention to what I was reading, and I was like, wait, they're talking about on this day you should do this and this day you shouldn't do that. Who actually lives this way? It looks too serious. It's actually too much for anyone to follow. 2+ years in, I'm here to tell you it is not too much to follow. Because what I witnessed when I came in contact with it was that not listening to the true laws that be, the rules and regulations that be, meant that basically I was pedaling, rowing my boat upriver, and the current is coming downriver, but I'm trying to row my boat upriver. You can imagine how difficult, taxing, frustrating, bringing you to the brinks of tears that particular act is. So when I decided to row my boat with the flow of the river, the aha moment sank in. I realized that all of nature around me is following this. They're acting accordingly. And I was like, well, why the heck was I doing that? It wasted time. It wasted energy. Friends, brethren, you that's watching this, it is life changing. And that's why I am on here. Because I went onto your social platforms looking to see whether this information is readily available. No, people are not talking about this or following these particular rules and regulations. And of course, I was in that attitude that, oh, it's too much, it's too this, it's too that. But the consequence of not following it, no, this is not too much. I can adhere to these. What may look similar to this is when certain persons speak on, the zodiacs, and they try to give you a daily reading based off of where the zodiacs are in our planetary system and what we should be doing. I have listened to some of those, and I can tell you they didn't make sense, and it all just felt too something else that I don't have the words for, and I'm also being respectful of that, so I'm not intending to disrespect it. It just didn't make sense. This lunar guardian makes sense to me because it literally has and continues to prep me for certain days where I ought to protect my home by doing certain rituals. I ought to protect myself by wearing certain gemstones, eating certain foods. I didn't hear such person speak that way. It was more of an inflated speech with either goody two shoes thing, and I'm not saying those values or virtues aren't important, but they were just too much of that I was like, I'm human. I get annoyed. I get angry. So I don't know what they're talking about. They telling me not to ever get angry doesn't make sense, or whatever superfluous, if that's the word. It's not superficial. It just felt like unrealistic, right? Unrealistic teaching. Those persons that are on, various platforms that teach according to the zodiacs, and perhaps my intuition was picking up a certain vibe about them. Okay, I will move on. But I say all that to say I came in contact with that information about guardians, and this lunar wisdom clicked for me. And you will see why as I continue on teaching about the day-to-day insight that the cosmic powers that be have provided us through this beautiful soul that shared from the Moon Horoscope website. Today I shall be sharing and teaching on the 26th lunar day. And for each lunar day, there are various symbols. The symbol is a frog, a toad, a swamp. Oh, a swamp. Okay. The 26th lunar day, they, the cosmic powers that be, are saying it is a critical day. It is a day of mashing off mask. So one should tread with abstinence and fasting. Yes, abstain from sex, in case you were confused there. They are saying we should refrain from active work. One could face rude materialism, hypocrisy, and theft on the 26th lunar day. They're saying do not begin anything new on this day. It might bring loss. In relationship, one should sit in the quiet and restore spiritual strength. Only do light housework on the 26th lunar day. And if you're thinking about doing housework and if you feel bad, you should definitely skip it. That's not my opinion. That's what I've written here in my notes. Based on the energy of the day, if you are not like feeling good about doing the task, don't do it. Skip it for another day. They're saying carry out medical starvation. Don't overeat. Okay. The previous day talked about therapeutic starvation, and then this other day is talking about medical starvation. So, honestly, as I am familiar with fasting, I do different types of fasting. So possibly this is, applicable to the types of fasting that I'm familiar with. The terminology is just new to me, like medical starvation or therapeutic starvation. When I fast, it's either like I am on a water fast, or from sunrise to sunset is when I would fast, and whereby I do not eat, I don't drink anything and I don't eat anything until the sun goes down. So that's the fasting I'm familiar with. So maybe it's called medical starvation type of fasting. Either ways, they're saying do not overeat. They're saying do not engage in intense exercises or run. The 26th lunar day, they are also saying, is definitely the day you do not want to visit the dentist or do water treatment. And as it applies to water treatment, I don't believe they're telling us not to bathe. But some of you are familiar that in the medical, yeah? Okay. This is part of the partnership I'm talking about. As I'm speaking and recording this video, I am receiving insights from my guards and guardians. As I say certain things, maybe if I'm saying it incorrectly or it's not clear, they will come through. So, my intuition is telling me I don't believe they're saying don't bathe, because I have bathed every day. So, please do research and click in on the website and read the full details that's available to you. These details here is based off of my notes, because each day when I wake up to start my day, I go ahead and I read the guidance for that specific day, and then I plan my activities accordingly for that particular day. Don't engage in intense exercise or run. And again, water treatment could be in medical water treatment, where people go to clean themselves with water medically. They're saying instead, last but not the least, eat raw vegetables, citrus fruits. This, my people, is what I love about the lunar wisdom. There are certain days where you are supposed to eat round foods, because eating round foods for such a day acts as a neutralizer to the intense energy for that day. And I already eat fruits and vegetables, so to specifically eat a certain food type that will further help to protect me from the intense energy from that day, that is something I can follow. So yeah, I believe this is absolutely doable. Yeah, absolutely doable. Like I said, I adjusted my attitude the moment I picked up that, oh my goodness, the lunar day that I read about advised me that such and such would happen. And I would go out and not observe, but as life was happening around me and to me, yes, those things unfolded, and I was like, what was it talking about again? Exactly. So that completes the 26th lunar day, and therein I've shared with you a hearty details, the beginning of this video, how I feel about such wisdom? I am sitting here doing this teaching slash sharing. The rules and regulations from the powers that be extend to the lunar wisdom, extend to when we receive rain, when stuff is happening, extend to when my guards and guardians are informing me, oh no, you are lingering too long on that topic, move on. Or, yeah, you know, explain this better, or don't do this, maybe you do that differently. That agreement, that partnership, I'm grateful I've tapped into it as far as awareness and recognition of them. Because, y'all, it is a vital part of one's life that they ought to not dismiss. I hope this video helps you in some way, shape, or form. Anything I've spoken on here, if you found it helpful, do consider giving us a thumbs up on this video, and consider subscribing to the platform so you're notified when I make video on ways that one can heal thyself according to the rules and regulations that exist in nature, of nature's law and the cosmic's law. Have a blessed day. Bye bye.